Okay, let's go.
Okay. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are gonna do a review of Big Monkey versus Big Lizard. They're punching. They're punching a lot. They're punching each other in the face. There's a lot of punching. Uh,
Punching.
this is the most recent of the MonsterVerse movies, which was Godzilla, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and now this. We have not reviewed any of those previous ones. We have not even really talked about them at length, I believe. So, just as
No,
a
I
base,
just, I
Sebastian.
just basically all I know is that Arden doesn't like King of the Monsters.
So
That's like really it.
that's where I was going to go here. Is as a baseline. What do you think about the previous movies in this
Um,
series?
I loved the first Godzilla, just the way they like kind of like kept Godzilla like a super secret, like for
Hmm.
most of the movie, and then like he just like comes out with like the big roar, and then you
Yeah,
see all of them. I thought
I
that
think
was
it
like a
makes it
great,
more impactful that he's
yeah.
not around, and then when you do see him, it's like holy shit.
No, exactly. That's why I thought that one. I loved that one. I thought Kong Skull Island was also another really good one.
Hmm.
And then King of the Monsters, I enjoyed. No, I still think the first one was better, but
Yeah,
I still enjoyed that one mostly for the fight scenes rather than the human aspects.
yeah.
Nobody gives a crap about the human aspects. They just want to see the big monsters. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm in it for.
Um, yeah, I haven't seen the first Godzilla in a long time. I should probably revisit that. I don't remember disliking it. I think it's pretty cool. Kong Skull Island was definitely my favorite of the three, though. I think that's a really solid movie. I think a lot of that comes from the fact that the human stuff is kind of intertwined with the monster stuff, so you don't really get one without the other, which I think makes it more interesting because the monsters are kind of always around. I do not like King of the Monsters. I think it's a bad movie. I think it's boring. Um, I think the humans are at their worst in that movie, and I think the monster action gets kind of repetitive because there's a lot of it, and I don't think it's all that great compared to some of the other monster stuff. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I know Sebastian does not agree with me there. We've had many.
Well, I liked the monster fights. I thought they were
Yeah,
fine. I agree with you. The human aspect sucked
yeah.
in that one, but
Hmm. So of course it makes perfect sense that some of the humans in this movie carry over from the worst of
yes,
the.
honestly though, like some of the people in this one, I'm just like, why'd you even include them?
Yeah. So let's before we get into extreme detail here, which we probably won't actually even do too much extreme detail, which is I really don't have much to say about a lot of the aspects of this movie, but what do you think of this one on the whole?
This one, I honestly thought it was actually really good. Um, Especially the monster fight scenes. I thought like for the most part, it was always Godzilla versus Kong, but it was different each fight.
Hmm.
It wasn't just the same like in Godzilla versus like in the second one, King of Monsters, Godzilla versus Ghidorah. It was kind of always just the same thing.
Yeah, that's part of what I didn't like. I think it just felt too much of the same in that
Yeah,
movie.
this one was every fight felt different. Felt
Hmm.
unique, and that's
Yeah,
what I
I
think.
mean,
That's what helped make this one
right.
really good.
Because we see this is all in trailer footage. They have a fight in the ocean, well, like between the aircraft carriers and all that stuff, which is obviously it's
Mhm.
more Godzilla's element. They have a fight in the city, which is more kind of a King Kong kind of element. So you get to see them use different moves in different situations, which I think is good. I quite enjoy this movie. I've seen it once all the way through, and then I this morning I watched the second half with my roommates again.
Mm-hmm.
And Yeah, I enjoyed it both times. I will say, the first half hour I was sitting there being like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna like this movie
Oh
because
yeah,
there's a lot of human setup right at the beginning, and it's
yeah,
pretty dull for a
yeah.
lot of that. But yeah, so were you Team Kong or Team Godzilla going into this? I mean, I know what you were, but for the audience,
Um, I liked the name Monk, but I liked Monk like all the time, but like Godzilla was just he's too strong, nah. So it was like I knew like it was a clear winner, but Team Monks anyway.
Okay. So I thought you were Team Kong. Did you decide to switch to Team Godzilla or
No, so like I am still Team
okay.
Kong, but like I knew Godzilla would win, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, I was Team Godzilla all the way. I grew up with Godzilla. I mean, I also kind of grew up with King Kong, but
Yeah.
I like King Kong. There's that Peter Jackson movie from 2005, which I guess a lot of people don't like, but I kind of like it.
I mean, it was. I don't know. It was definitely a movie.
I don't know. I like that movie. I haven't seen it for a while, but I remember liking it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the characters here, we got Big Monkey, or Big
Yes.
Monk, as you as you have called him.
Big
Uh,
Monk. Yep.
the movie does a pretty good job of not playing favorites too much, but I will
Yes.
say, in terms of the fights, but I will say that I think it's pretty clear that Kong has a bigger focus character-wise than Godzilla does.
Well, yeah, because Godzilla's had two movies at this point to like establish character. Kong has only had one, and that was when he was a child too. So this is
Mhm.
like your first time seeing him as an adult.
Right. And also on top of that, like what character does Godzilla even he's a force of nature, he's not like
Yeah,
an actual
exactly.
character. But yeah, what did you think of Khan's character arc, I guess, if you can call it that?
It was kind of weird. Because I feel like, because at first, I thought it was just like in his regular habitat, and then you figure out that nah, he's in like this simulated sky thing and like in
Mhm.
a dome, because they're for some reason decided to keep him in there. I don't really know.
Yeah, the movie picks up like the very first scene is Khan's in a monarch testing facility on Skull Island. How did they build it without him stopping them is one question as well, but whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't really know why they're keeping him in there either. Is it like I couldn't really figure that out.
I
Is it
think
just
it's
the
dual
study?
observation and also kind of protection from Godzilla. 'Cause I think they kind of figure that he's gonna want to fight him or something.
I don't know. It was weird, but I feel like his whole thing was just he wanted to come home, just
Mm,
constantly go home. And
yeah.
that's all it was just home.
See, I don't know. I like Kong in this movie, but I do feel like kind of it felt a little bit like the writers were just dragging him from place to place to service the
Yeah,
overall
honestly,
plot.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I do think you can see a much better indication of him as a character. You can tell he has a personality now. I think is
Oh yeah,
is is what I'm saying there, and I do like that. Godzilla is not as much of a personality, but I still like him. Um, and then we have the boring and the interchangeable human dumbasses. Do you remember any of their names? First off,
no, I have no
yeah,
idea.
neither do I. I think Millie Bobby Brown might be named Madison, but
I
I
I didn't. I
think
hated her.
really, I mean, I don't love the character. I think Millie Bobby Brown. I think she's a fine actor.
Oh no, no, fine actor.
Yeah,
I hated her character.
it's not
I
her
hated her
fault,
character. Yeah,
but
no,
yeah,
definitely not her fault. I hated her character. I don't know why they included her. I don't know why they included the father. He was in there for two scenes and said like
yeah,
three
he
lines.
didn't do anything right.
Like compared to like how much he was in Godzilla, like King of Monsters, and then they put him in this for just what? Just so it'd be like a continuation of that last one? No, that's bull.
Yeah, I don't even know why they felt they needed to continue these characters though, because they didn't like none of the ones from the first Godzilla. Like you don't see Elizabeth Olsen or Aaron Taylor Johnson
No,
popping up in these movies, so I don't know
nope.
why they're like now they're like yeah
Nope.
let's continue this. Um, yeah, the whole Godzilla team I felt was a little bit worse in a story full of interchangeable human characters. I think the actors are all fine. There's Millie Bobby Brown. There's Brian Tyree Henry, who I believe is going to be in the Eternals movie. And then there's I think I don't know his name, but the kid from Deadpool 2, I think that's who he is.
That's where I freaking knew him
Yeah.
from. I could
Um,
not put my finger on it, dude. The
yeah.
entire movie, I was like, where do I know this man from?
Mhm. Of
Holy cow!
of those three, he is my least favorite of them. I was like, this guy, I feel like he is less important than the other two, even, and the other two I feel like are not super necessary.
I loved. I didn't mind the podcaster dude. I
He
actually
was
liked
fine.
his character.
It's
I,
because
I
we're
didn't mind it.
podcasters, Sebastian, so we just
I don't think
gravitate.
that is definitely not it. That is definitely not it. I just thought he was good
Yeah,
comedic relief,
I was
honestly.
when I was watching that, I was like, is this what other podcasters are like? Like, I don't feel like this has been my impression of the
Oh,
podcast.
he was obsessive. He was obsessive.
Uh,
That was,
I mean, he was a conspiracy theorist as well. You say to you talk about comedic relief though. I don't think this movie is very funny at all. I think it tries to be.
No. I'm not saying it's supposed
Okay,
like I'm not saying it's supposed to be funny, but I'm saying like compared to like every other character, I feel like he was like the comedic relief. You know,
sure.
like
I don't
the
know.
just the way he
There was
acted and stuff. I don't
yeah,
know.
there was like one joke that I actually like laughed at. And the rest I was like, I don't feel like this is necessary. But yeah, the other team of humans, I feel like is less. I didn't mind as much when we cut to them because their story was tied down a lot more with Kong.
Yeah.
So you got them both at the same time, and it wasn't as much like I don't think Godzilla's team don't even really meet Godzilla.
No, because they know, like because like with King Kong, this is spoiler talk right here. You
Should we
know,
just
they
say
can
spoilers for all this? We already kind of been spoiling some stuff already. Okay.
please. It's just so much easier. Full spoilers. They they can communicate with King Kong, and he
Mhm.
like wants to communicate.
Right.
Godzilla, he just swims. He does his thing. He doesn't want to do anything with them really.
Yeah.
So it's
I
like
mean,
you can't really control.
yeah. I also think if the humans tried to talk to Godzilla, they would just get smushed. So,
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, like he doesn't really care. Like he's just like he comes in, does his thing, and he leaves. That's it.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I didn't, and I think the human characters on Khan's side, I think are also just kind of more interesting. I like Alexander Skarsgård in this. I like Rebecca Hall.
Hmm.
Um, I was actually really surprised at how good of an actor that kid is.
She portrayed good emotions.
And then, oh, there was that corporate lady as well who was kind of with hanging out with those guys.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't really care about any of these characters. I kind of like some of them because I like the actors, but on the whole, who gives a shit? But also, I don't think the human stuff is as bad here as it was in King of the Monsters.
No, definitely. I mean, at least on Godzilla, on Kong side, Godzilla
Yeah,
side, it was honestly worse. But
really, that's interesting. I don't think it was worse. I think it was marginally better on Godzilla's side.
eh,
Um,
eh,
but I mean, but this movie, like, it knows what it is, and it does not like beat around the bush. When it doesn't have to be with the humans, it's usually not,
yeah.
which I think is good. So yeah, then we have the throwdowns. Did you have a favorite of the two Godzilla versus Kong fights?
Oh, only the two.
Yeah,
Then it was definitely the one in the city.
yeah, I would probably agree. I do like seeing Kong try to like just flounder his way through fighting underwater with Godzilla. He
Yeah.
is totally unprepared for that. He
No,
is
yeah,
not
definitely
equipped for that at all.
cannot do it.
Yeah. But I do like that shot on the aircraft carrier where he just fucking belts him in the face. That's good stuff.
Yeah, no, that was good. Like, but my favorite fight scene overall was definitely the one with Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, I agree.
That was ridiculously
Yeah.
amazing.
But before we go fully into the Mechagodzilla area, I do like how in the Kong Godzilla fight in the city we get to see, I feel like we get to see more of their respective fighting styles. Like
Yes.
Kong is just bouncing all over the place. I like how you see him kind of try and go for the like the T-Rex split head where he tries to like open Godzilla's mouth a little bit. I
Uh-huh.
think he's trying to force it open, but then Godzilla's like just shooting atomic breath so he can't get a good grip. I think that's really good. So that's a fin on God's that's a Godzilla fin on Kong's axe, right?
Yes, it
Okay.
is a Godzilla
Uh,
dorsal fin, yes.
yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. That I guess that makes sense. Although the physics and no logic in this movie actually has any logic or holds up to anything if you think about it for more than like 10 seconds. Um, but yeah. What did you think about Hollow Earth?
I thought it was a cool I guess a cool concept
Mm-hmm. Again,
that
makes no sense how they were able to get
uh,
down there.
no, definitely not. Like especially the way they like just were like, yeah, it's right here. We just drilled a giant hole through the
Right.
earth and we found it. Like we're good.
And
We
then
knew where it
Godzilla
was the
just
entire time.
atomic breaths it. Right, it just happens to be
Right? Like
underneath the
that
Apex
scene
facility.
like super surprised me because I don't know why, but like in all the other Godzilla movies, he's never held the breath that long. So for some reason in my mind, he's like, ah, no, he can't hold it for more than like
Okay.
5 seconds.
Yeah,
That dude just drilled a hole, a ginormous fucking
yeah,
crater through the entire Earth. Like that, just like that scene in general, just made me realize, like, holy crap, this man is super powerful.
and then Kong climbs like thousands of miles through the Earth's crust to go back to Hong Kong. Um, I like the creature designs in Hollow Earth though. It was reminiscent of me, or it was reminiscent to me of the Constral Island stuff, which I think is cool.
Yes.
I like that scene where he's just whipping about those like snake dragon things. I think that was really fun. Um, the weird bat vultures were I didn't like as much, but I do
They
like how
look
he
like
just
weird
fucking
babies,
yeah.
human babies.
Yeah. I do like how Khan though just fucking crushes the ship with that corporate lady in it. That was good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I feel like the evil people are always super dumb. They're always like, shoot the big guy that can kill
Yeah,
us in one little
right.
flick.
They're
It's just like, what do you?
cartoonishly they're cartoonishly evil and they're cartoonishly dumbasses. Like it's,
Yeah, like honestly,
no person would really act like that, I feel.
like he would have
Um,
literally just let them like fly. They just had to fly
yeah.
around his shoulder, and she's like, nah, shoot him to get him
Yeah,
out of the way.
right.
It's like, what do you do? What?
Yeah. Yeah, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But this is not the kind of movie that wants to make sense, I guess. They're just like, look, you're here to watch a big lizard fight a big monkey. This is not like we're not trying to make this a super thought-provoking, intelligent movie. This is supposed to be a big dumb action movie.
No,
Uh,
yeah.
so then yeah, there's Mechagodzilla. What do you think about the design?
I thought it was great, actually.
I didn't love it at first, but I settled into it.
Really,
Yeah.
really. I thought he looked amazing.
I liked it by the end. I just initially when it was in that kind of underground cave, I couldn't really
Hmm.
get a good look at everything, and I was kind of like, what is this? But yeah,
No,
I like
okay,
it
no,
by.
yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Like in the cave, he looked a lot darker. Like when he
Mhm.
actually came out and was in the sunlight, and it was you saw like the super shiny, like silver,
Yeah,
like all the red, like was super accent.
right.
He looked amazing.
I love the jets he has on his back where he can just like fly around.
Yes.
I really like that. And there's that one shot where he like it's a shot from inside a building where he smashes Godzilla's head into like three buildings, and
Yep.
with the one that camera's in, I think that was fantastic. But so I guess technically then that was Ghidorah though as well, right? That was like Ghidorah's
It was.
consciousness in
It
the body.
was. Yes. Kind of. Yes. In a
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. I think
I
so. That's
didn't
what it was. It
really
was.
yeah. I didn't really catch that initially, but then I think some other people were talking about it and I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah. So it was like it was his consciousness inside of the Mechagodzilla. Yeah.
Mhm. I do think it was cool because I mean the movie doesn't really play favorites in terms of the fights, but I do like how they were able to do that but still give it a definitive winner because Godzilla's like definitively won, but then they were able to
Yes.
offset that by having Kong come back and be the one to take down Mechagodzilla. I think it was a good move.
Hmm.
Initially I was kind of like, well, I mean, Godzilla beat Kong, and then Mechagodzilla beat Godzilla. So how would Kong beat Mechagodzilla? But then I was like, well, I mean, Godzilla is wiped out, and also Mechagodzilla was probably not designed to fight Kong. He was probably designed more specifically for Godzilla.
Yes.
So I was fine with it. Also, I think it was really dumb how Deadpool 2 I don't know the actor or the character's name. Is it Josh? It might be Josh. But he I think it was really dumb how he just sprayed the alcohol on
Oh,
the
on the thing to make
console.
it short circuit.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of dumb. Um, but whatever. I'm glad that didn't just immediately destroy Mechagodzilla because that would have been really unsatisfying.
That really
Uh,
would have been, yeah.
yeah, but what'd you think of Kong's takedown?
Of Mechagodzilla or like
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
I was like laughing with glee when he was just like cutting him in half with the axe.
No, yeah, it was definitely a good idea. Like right, because like Godzilla realized like, hey, like, I'm gonna shoot this thing at you.
Hmm.
Your thing's gonna be like supercharged or
Yeah,
whatever. But like yeah, no, it was great. It was just weird. I guess like I don't know if like the supercharge makes it sharper or what, because he like tried it earlier
yeah.
when it wasn't
Kind
like
of just
charged.
glanced off,
And it
right?
just like glanced off, but this one was like it just sliced right through. So I don't really know how it works,
Um,
but it was still regardless like really satisfying.
yeah. So let's see. Do you have anything else on the movie itself?
I don't know why the one that built Mechagodzilla, the Apex dude, like the
Hmm.
CEO or whatever. I don't know why he wanted to become the apex of like everything.
Yeah,
Honestly,
what was the point of
I,
that?
I still can't really understand it. Like what he was trying to accomplish when he became
Yeah,
the apex predator or whatever.
right. What would you do
But
after that?
like Okay, yeah, I get Godzilla out of number one spot, but then you're in number one spot. Like,
Right.
he never was really bothering you in the first place, so I don't really know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Um, I do think though, I liked that that Mechagodzilla was there, and then Kong like pulled up his head when he was about to do the atomic breath, and then it just shot that red beam into the sky. I thought that was a really nice, colorful shot.
I liked how the whole Mechagodzilla fight was during daylight when it was like literally
Yeah, that's true.
5 minutes ago it was nighttime.
Yeah, that
I
doesn't
don't know.
make goddamn sense. Also, how the fuck did we can pick apart this movie for ages? But how did Alexander Skarsgård's character, how did he get down to the ground? Does he
Hmm.
put the landing he put the vehicle on Khan's chest, and
Yep.
then he
Yeah.
runs out of the vehicle, and then he's just on the ground.
Hey man, you never do this time skip stuff. I mean, that stuff. I don't know. Who freaking knows? Like whatever,
Yeah.
like.
Um,
But he clearly had to somehow run off of Kong or climb down him because I feel like if he jumped off of Kong,
he'd break his legs. Yeah.
he'd probably break his legs.
um,
So I don't. Who knows how he got down in the end? But
yeah. But I mean, speaking of the last fight being in a day, I am glad, regardless of whether or not it makes sense, that
yes,
all of the fights in this episode, or not episode, in this show, or god damn it,
in
um,
this movie.
in this movie took place in like very brightly lit spaces, so you can like see most of it, which I
Oh yeah.
appreciate. That was, I think, even in King of the Monsters, that's kind of an issue. There's like ash falling, and it's all dark, and you can only see them through like lightning strikes, and so I think that was better here. Do you want a continuation of this universe?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I just don't know where they would go with it at this point.
Exactly. I mean, they've done Rodan, they've done Ghidorah, they've done Mothra, and now
Hmm.
they've done Mechagodzilla. What else is there? I mean, I know there are
I
other
mean,
monsters Godzilla fights, but like the big ones
yeah.
are all done.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of like other ones they could do. I just don't know if it would be really like as significant.
Mhm.
So like
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if they did as long as they had a good continuation of it, like not just some random
Right.
like shore villain, like some
Yeah.
random thing.
I think another Kong movie could work. I think there's more to do
I
with that
was
character,
yes, yeah, yeah.
but I think another solo Godzilla movie would be kind of redundant, I feel, at this point.
Yes. I can agree with that. Like maybe
Yeah.
another Kong movie could be good. Maybe something to do with Hollow Earth, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be,
A
or
Hollow Earth movie, like
no, we
just
could
some of
even
what
take it
happens down
back.
there.
We could even take it back to the first war between the
Yeah.
Khan species and Godzilla. I think that could be really cool.
That could be
Um,
cool too, yeah.
but I don't think there's much to do moving forward, at least on the Godzilla side. I mean, just like, and why would they team up or fight again? I feel like it'd be a really contrived reason if you were going to do a Godzilla versus Kong 2. Uh,
Yes.
So I think this is a good place to end it. If they do end it, which they might not. I don't know how much money these make. If they make a lot of money, then they might keep going. But I mean, nothing's making a ton of money right now. I feel because the theaters are
No.
still pretty. I mean, people are going out more now, but it's still like at like 40% capacity at max. I think so.
Yeah,
Um,
I will say I went to the movie. I went to watch this in the movies yesterday in Dolby specifically because I was like, I want to watch this one in
yeah.
Dolby. I was like,
Mhm.
and I'll say it was freaking amazing.
Yeah,
Just
on
going,
the
just
big screen
just
is
even going to
definitely,
the movies in
yeah.
general, like it just felt great. Like,
Had you
ugh.
been since because the last time I went before this was Tenet.
See, I didn't even watch Tenet in theaters. I don't
Okay.
think. No, wait, did I? I don't remember. I did. I watched Tenet in
Okay.
theaters.
I
But this
watched
was like,
Tenet and the New Mutants in theaters, and then I watched. There was like a 7 month gap, and then I watched this in theaters.
no, yeah. See, I watched Tenet, and then I went last week to watch Chaos Walking.
Oh, that's the Daisy Ridley Tom Holland one, right?
Yeah,
Is
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
good? I've
yeah.
heard it's not
It
good.
wasn't it wasn't terrible.
Okay.
I like the idea behind it,
Yeah.
but like there were some execution problems.
Mm.
But and then I watched this one and it was worth
Yeah.
it. Worth going to see it in theaters.
Yeah.
But
You got anything else on this, or do we want to get to the rating and then wrap this up?
No, I really don't have much else. I
Yeah,
really
I mean,
don't.
again, it's a big fight between a monkey and a lizard. Like, there's not much more to it than that.
Honestly, yeah, like we could like literally if we cut out all of the human aspects, like we didn't even have to talk about them.
Yeah,
I feel like.
right. Of course, you have to have them in there so it's enough time for a for an actual
Hmm.
like feature length movie. Because otherwise, it'd probably be like 45 minutes maybe of monster fights.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So what would you rate this?
Me personally, I want to give it like it's like I feel like a seven's too low, but I feel like eight might be too high. So I'm not.
I was looking at 7.5. That's what I was gonna say.
I was yeah. I'm
Yeah.
thinking somewhere around there. Yeah, honestly. I
I
mean, it's
mean,
gotten honestly, it's not bad
yeah.
reviews. Honestly, actually.
See, I think I would say this movie is a success because it knows what it wants to be and it does
Yes.
that. Like it does what it is trying to do very well. It's just not like it's not like high art or anything. It's just it's a fun dumb movie.
Yes. It was. No. It was like that's what. Yeah. It knows what it wants to be and it executes it really well.
Right. So for that it's not, it's not like trying to be super ambitious. I mean, visually it is, and I think it pulls that off quite well.
Yes.
But in terms of, narratively, it's not trying to be anything hugely ambitious, but I think what it does do, it does really well. And so that's why I'm thinking 7.5.
Oh, that's good. It's good. Yeah. It's got a 7 out of 10 on IMDb and 79% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Not bad. Didn't like
Yeah. So
King of Monsters get like 43% on Rotten Tomatoes or something?
I have no
It
idea
was
honestly.
low. It might have been lower than that actually.
Let me see. Let me see if I can find it real quick. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's 42%. Yeah.
I was right, more or less. I was 1% off.
Yeah, 1% off. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gotten much worse reviews than the second one.
Mm, yeah.
And the first Godzilla, let's see, Godzilla 2014 got 76% on Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes. So I think so. The first one is the best rated on Rotten Tomatoes, isn't it? Right?
We said Godzilla versus Kong was 79, right?
Was it 79? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
79. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, dang, this one actually only the first Godzilla got 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb.
Mm,
Second one got 6, and then this one's at 7. So
yeah. Um,
definitely the best rated out of all three.
right. Unless you count Kong Skull Island, which is maybe higher. I don't know. It
I
might
don't
not be,
know.
but it
Let's
might
see.
be.
Kong Skull Island is chilling at 6.6 and then 75%.
Okay. So around
So
the same place as
first
as
Godzilla,
Godzilla
I think.
2014. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got anything else to say, or do we wrap this up?
Oh, we're good.
Yeah, I think if you're interested, you should see it. If you want something that's based in realism, this is not for you. But yeah, so thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you can like and subscribe and comment and all of that. You can hit the bell notification if you would like to get notified of when we do more videos. Tell us what you thought of Godzilla vs. Kong. Did you like it? Did you think it was dumb? I mean, did you like it and did you think it was dumb? Because that's kind of where I'm at. Um, also, we have a Snyder Cut review that will be coming out eventually. I'm working on the edit on that. It took a real, it just, it's a really long recording, so it'll be up eventually. I haven't forgotten about it, but it's not up yet. And yeah, other than that, I don't think there's anything else. Oh, we have an email, earthsmatterscommentspot@gmail.com, all in word, no apostrophe in the word Earths. Yeah, and I think that will do it. So thanks
Yeah,
again, everybody, and we will see you later. But also keep in mind, this movie is not as good as the Snyder Cut.
definitely not.
Goodbye.
Bye.